That's not the way the song goes, bro.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, well listen, man, we're back. I wanted to talk a little bit about March Madness because that's going on right now. And this is Sunday night. I'm going to drop this episode on Monday morning. But as of right now, Duke is going to the Sweet 16. That's not going to change. We still got some games that are still going on now. Auburn's playing right now. Y'all know I'm an Auburn fan, so we're really pulling for those guys. But you have watched like no basketball, bro.
I watched a little bit of the Ohio State-Villanova game today.
I'm proud of you.
I watched like 10 minutes of it, and then I watched most of the Alabama game, unfortunately.
Of course, right.
But no, I have not watched a whole bunch of basketball because no real reason that I haven't watched a whole bunch of basketball.
How's Texas Tech doing?
They are losing by 1 to Notre Dame.
With nine to go.
Yes.
So I need Texas Tech to win. I've got a bracket just like most of you probably have a bracket. You didn't do it this year.
No, we discussed this.
Yeah, my sister's got 3 of them. But I got Duke riding out, man. I got the Coach K story. If they lose, I'll lose pretty much. But at the moment, I'm top of the bracket, and my dad's his little group of people that he's been doing sports and like business with for 20 plus years. And so I'm very happy about where I'm at right now, but that could change tomorrow. But other than that, we got some pretty good NFL stuff going on. I'll just run through it. Before I do that, I was talking to you about how you were doing.
Yes.
Yes. So, I want to get back into that. So, y'all moved in here 2 months ago?
Sort of.
Like January,
I think it was towards the end of January we moved in.
Yeah.
Because we got that notice from our apartment complex. Like, rent's going up again. And
That happens.
I moved into the apartment like 3 years ago, and they've improved. The only thing they've improved is they gave us like a little smart home AC thermostat, so you can do it from your phone.
Oh.
That's the only upgrade they made in 3 years. But they wanted me to pay like over $100 more a month, and I wasn't going for it.
Nah, we have been where we're at up in Huntsville for 4.5 years. We came in at $985. Now it's $1,005.
That's not bad though, just for 4 years.
Great. Over the 4-year period.
Yeah, that's not bad.
What are y'all paying here?
$1,200?
Because this is like a townhome. Is that what they call these? But this is more space than what we have. Probably.
I don't go downstairs to my car.
Right, you get to walk straight out.
Taking the trash out isn't an ordeal. Checking the mail isn't an ordeal. I had a couple of lesbian neighbors who would fight, and just hear them screaming at each other every so often. That was always
Cops? No cops. How does domestic violence look for them?
I don't know if they called. They were cool with it. They kind of accepted how they were as people, and they had like a mutual agreement.
It's a big part of being a lesbian.
Yeah, they had an agreement upon themselves that, hey, we're gonna beat the shit out of each other, but no cops. Let's just.
They actually fist fight.
I don't know. It just sounded
rough.
Sounded like they did.
Furniture moving.
They would slam the door so hard that my pictures on my wall would shake.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was rough.
So they're on that side of you guys.
They were like, if you go to my apartment, they were.
Oh, this is back at the apartment.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is now. Okay.
No. These people like.
That's a good reason to move though.
They make next to no noise, which is.
It's good.
It's awesome.
Big truck guy over here.
He's never there. He's a younger guy. He's always out trolling for women, I think.
With his lights on his truck.
Or trolling for men. I'm not sure what he's into. I don't know how he's doing it, but best of luck in his endeavors.
Yeah.
I hope he gets all of the.
There's a different way to say that. You know that, right?
I hope he succeeds in whatever he's hunting. Be it women or men.
You didn't have to clarify that.
I mean, I don't want to leave anything up in the air. I'm a direct person.
You want clarity.
I don't want to be too vague. I don't want you guys to be listening like, I wonder what he meant by that. I mean penis or vagina. What he's looking for.
Although we're best friends, John and I are very different and very much the same in a lot of ways. We share some of the same humor. All of what you just heard is not my humor. Somewhat. But I'll laugh at it, I just won't repeat it. So there's that. But yeah, if you notice, we're also different races. And by races, I mean, I'm African American and you're very much Caucasian.
I am very much so.
Now, is it majority Italian? What is?
What am I?
Right. What are you?
Just white trash. Just.
That's not going to come back in the report.
It will. You just look it up, Ancestry.com. I'm just white trash.
I've thought of doing the DNA stuff.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because I'm probably half Mountain Dew and half Marlboro Red cigarette.
Maybe like a fourth tiki torch.
Maybe a little more than a fourth tiki torch. I have, unfortunately, in my family, being in the South, not everybody thinks the way that I think. And I've heard it at family functions before. And
okay, what are you saying?
Put this out there. A family member that I have in my grandparents' house, they have a decorative bowl, and in the bowl there's like odds and ends, like little ornate balls and stuff, and there's cotton in the bowl. And I'm eating one day at a family function and just talking, chit-chatting with my family. And then people are sitting in the living room,
yes, facing
the table where that bowl's at.
Okay.
And then I heard someone just go, who picked that cotton? And it was just a nice little,
didn't even have to be there. Just
a sprinkle of racism for the family function that we didn't know we needed. But it just, yeah. And everybody else, nobody acknowledged it. They didn't answer him. They didn't say it. I heard him say it, but I just kind of kept it to myself. I was like, that was really racist. And
it's as racist as it gets. Well, outside of violence.
I was going to say
verbal racism.
Yeah, it's pretty racist thing to say. But yeah, man. Actually, to be very to answer your question seriously, I've been told that I was part Scottish.
I figured Scottish was
and part Cherokee Indian.
Really?
That's what I was told. But then again, I'm not sure how accurate that is.
I didn't think outside of Italian, I didn't think like French or anything like that.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine being French.
Yeah, never mind. But anyway.
I'm not racist, obviously, but accents are fine. But French accents, for whatever reason, just like they make my skin crawl. I don't know what it is.
I can see that from a male. From a woman, it's okay.
I just don't like. I just don't like French accents. Any other accent doesn't bother me, but French accents make my skin crawl.
I honestly,
they give me the ick.
Bro, like a strong Russian, and it's a bad time to be saying this, but a strong Russian accent.
Hey, Russia, guess what, bro? I got a bone to pick with you guys.
Nah, man, like a strong Russian accent is so annoying. It's so aggressive and
they sound like they won't smoke.
That, and they do clearly, but it seems like they spit a lot when they talk with all that gas.
Yeah. Speaking of Russia,
we were speaking of it.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin, I want you to know, you come over here, you gotta see me. All right? It's not the army you gotta worry about, it's me. It's on sight.
In the ones.
One on one, bro.
In the ones. No weapons.
Run it.
So
see what them hands talking about.
Y'all like do a face off?
Bro, I spit in his shit. I spit straight in his face. Then I'll immediately be shot in my skull. I get my shit fucking painted. You gotta go on with the podcast and tell my story.
So, John is not with us anymore. And by not with us, I mean he is deceased. But nah, man, that is, wow.
We might need to cut the majority of it.
I think so.
The last little bit.
I think so. You threatened Vladimir Putin himself.
I mean, I don't care. We don't need to cut that. I don't care if he hears it or not.
We see the viewers. He's one of the viewers.
He has a press conference for me. I'd be honored, man. I would be.
And did eventually. I mean, they're blowing up apartments, bro.
That's fine, bro. Blow up a townhouse. Blow this one up. Blow it up.
Okay. Well,
Nah.
so yeah, to run through it really quickly, I'm gonna go through the NFL stuff. Sorry guys, we're getting a lot of distractions. John has a wolf that he is raising here, as well as a son. But his dog is literally the size of like a wolf, and he's walking around, and that's cool. And we got some pizza waiting on us, so I'm gonna go ahead and run through this. But the Bengals got help at the offensive line position, getting the Cowboys, Lael Collins, who they let out in free agency. Their cap space is screwed anyway. They're going down the wrong path. One of the biggest moves, and we talked literally about this last podcast about the Raiders going after big names. And I told you they do work in the offseason.
You did say that.
The draft, not so much, but I literally said in free agency they do well. And here they are landing Devontae Adams, and that, to me, is like the biggest signing in free agency. It doesn't mean that the Raiders are going to win a Super Bowl, but now you got Darren Waller and freaking Devontae Adams, bro. Like, Derek Carr is about to have fun. And even if you've given up on the Raiders, that's still going to be an offense to watch, bro. Darren Waller and Devontae Adams. And in the same freaking division, not just the AFC, but you have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. So, like, in my opinion, a better wide receiver, tight end duo than Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. No offense to them, but Devontae Adams is literally like the best receiver in the NFL. And Darren Waller, I'd say, is like the second best tight end, the best receiving tight end, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce is definitely hands down the best all around. He does it all. But I'm very excited to see Devontae Adams in that jersey. You know, that's going to be hard, man. Another big splash was Deshaun Watson being traded to the Browns. I don't know the actual details, and I should have looked that up. Sorry, guys, but that, to me, means that...
What do you mean you don't know the details?
Of the trade.
Like what they traded?
Yeah, what they traded.
They traded a first this year, a first and second this year, I think, and a first
for this draft.
2022.
That's a smart trade.
I think it's a first and second this year and a first next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Next year might hurt, but if they got their quarterback, they don't need a first anyway. And this year, giving up your first and second is not the same as last year.
No.
Like, this draft is not, I mean, it's not that heavy of a draft. We've talked about that before. But the interesting thing about the Deshaun Watson trade to the Browns is they still did not get rid of Baker Mayfield, which I think they plan to do, but also the clock was ticking on Deshaun. And so now trading Baker Mayfield is going to be a lot harder for the organization. I don't necessarily care about that part, but what I am interested in is to see what Chris Ballard is going to do, not has done, but is going to do, because he's usually like super shy in the offseason. The Colts have had, I haven't looked at the stats, but I imagine top 5 in cap space over the last 2-3 years.
I would agree with that.
And never do anything in the offseason. Oh, we're going to build through the draft. And then you see the Rams saying, F those picks, which it worked, bro.
Yeah.
It worked. And so it'll be interesting to see where Baker Mayfield goes, because them already having Deshaun Watson now lowers the value on Baker Mayfield because they don't have any leverage. They just want to get rid of him now. Teams are going to catch on to that unless they're idiots. But, you know, speaking of the Rams, Allen Robinson was a pickup that they had because I didn't know that they were going to move on from Robert Woods. But Allen Robinson and Robert Woods, in my opinion, are the same guys. Like, Allen might be slightly better, and that's because he hasn't been injured. But Robert Woods used to get busy. People forget that.
Yeah, Allen Robinson's just a bigger body.
Yeah.
And Robert Woods,
He can ball, bro.
he's good.
And we'll see that in Tennessee. Him and A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Like, when Tennessee released Julio, I'm like, they're clearly going wide receiver in the draft, but then they sneak in Robert Woods. And I'm like, if he comes back healthy, playing like he plays at the height of his career, what are you going to do with that squad? You got Derrick Henry in the backfield. You got Robert Woods. You got A.J. Brown. I don't know what they're going to do with the draft. I hope they stack up on receiver. Saying the Colts fan. Yes, I'm a Colts fan, but I just love football, man. I like competition. And so that would be very competitive. They also picked up Austin Hooper, who back with the Falcons, I thought he was going to be like the next guy.
Yeah,
But
and the Browns signed Austin Hooper when they still had David Njoku.
True.
And then David Njoku actually developed and became a better option, and they cut Hooper.
Yeah.
And I was mad at the Browns signed Hooper because we got Njoku and he's.
I thought Njoku was going to be that guy.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
But then again, what do we know? We just have a podcast.
Right. I don't think they were getting Austin Hooper because Njoku wasn't good. I think they were going to try to run a 2 tight end system. Similar to like the Patriots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they had Baker on the center a lot. You got 2 really good running backs in Chubb and Hunt. And so I think that they were going to try to run that system, and it just did not work for Baker. So we'll see how that ends up, man. But Austin Hooper and Robert Woods to the Titans, pretty good stuff there. And the last thing I really wanted to talk about is it's a lot of big names still out there, but the number one name that I can't understand why there's no news around it is, it may be because he's being discreet, but Bobby Wagner is still out there as a free agent.
Yep.
And yeah, he's slightly older. I mean, he's not old though. And you see a guy like Randy Gregory get picked up, and a lot of teams were in the hunt for him. You see guys like Von Miller, all these guys who people are thirsty over them, but Bobby Wagner, literally, in my opinion, outside of Luke Kuechly, in the last decade has been hands down the best linebacker in the NFL. And he's not getting calls. Or he might be getting calls, but there's no rumors about it. And I'm just very...
Yeah, he's only 31 years old, bro.
I thought so. I thought sub 32. 31 years old, that's 5-6 years of good football, in my opinion. And the way he plays middle linebacker, he doesn't get hurt. He's never been hurt, actually, I don't think, for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's probably barely missed any games over the last 5 years. So other than them not being able to pay him, I don't know why Seattle cut him. But, man, if the Colts do anything this offseason, just get him, man.
Yeah, he's played 16 games in majority of his seasons. He played 14 one year, 11 one year, 15 one year.
Right.
But every other year he's played 16 games.
He's never been out for more than 3 games at a time. And he's usually playing majority of his games. So best linebacker, always leading in tackles or in the top 3. Smart guy, would fit in well. Me selfishly thinking about Darius Leonard. He would fit in so well with that defense.
Oh, yeah.
Picked up Yannick Ngakoue. I don't know what they're going to do with Kwity Paye, but I think he should drop some weight and move to outside linebacker.
Oh, shit. This little, this little lever here was just sticking out enough to make me think I had support.
But Colts definitely need some DB help, but getting Bobby Wagner, in my opinion, that would help us out a lot. So looking forward to that. We already covered March Madness to a degree, so I don't have anything else on the sports side. Is there anything else I didn't cover, bro?
I kind of rely on you to tell me what happens in sports because I don't give too much of a damn. A damn.
Yes, one of those.
I don't give too much of one about March Madness. NFL, I do care about, but free agency it's I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just all the big moves have been made, I think. So Devontae is gone. Khalil Mack got traded. Russell Wilson went to the Broncos. I don't think there's a whole lot left to excite me. Baker Mayfield, honestly, I'm a Baker Mayfield guy.
I know why you like him too.
Baker Mayfield talks that shit. And in Oklahoma, he backed it up. And I was a fan of that. But Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than most quarterbacks in the league. The Commanders got Carson Wentz. I'd rather have Baker Mayfield over Carson Wentz.
Who wouldn't? It's not even close, bro.
The Seahawks traded for Drew Lock. I'd have Baker Mayfield over Drew Lock. I'd have Baker Mayfield over Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd have Baker Mayfield over a good portion of the quarterbacks in this league, but I'm just kind of biased towards.
So, since this is a shorter episode on the sports side, I wanted to kind of run some top 5s by you guys. We're going to name some of ours, and then if y'all want to comment below, always like and subscribe. I want to do top 5s, and I want you to be extremely candid. I don't want it to be about the camera. I just want you to be, it's me and you on the couch like we always are, bro. I want to start with the heavy stuff. Top 5 comedians.
That's tough.
No order, just top 5.
No order.
A lot of guys out there.
A lot of guys out there. I have recently gotten out of back years ago. I watched all the stand-up I could.
Right.
And I've just kind of gotten, obviously with the kid, I just don't have as much time to see what's out there. There's tons of specials on Netflix of people I haven't watched. And I just skip by and I watch something else. But top 5 right now, Tom Segura is up there.
I knew he was going to make it.
Tom Segura's got to make it.
He's good, man.
He is good.
He doesn't have a bad special.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
one.
Tom Segura's up there. Dave Chappelle's obviously up there.
I knew that was there.
If anybody has a top 5 without Dave Chappelle on there, they need to be shot.
Right.
Dave Chappelle is up there. And I used to know so many comedians. I'm blanking right now.
So you said Tom, Dave.
Tom.
Is Mulaney in there?
John Mulaney is in there.
He's in there?
John Mulaney's in there.
Okay.
John Mulaney's in there. John Mulaney, he has game.
Yes.
John Mulaney is in there.
I know you don't care for Eddie Murphy. As far as his stand-up,
I love Eddie Murphy's stand-up.
Okay. My bad.
Eddie Murphy was going to be in there. I was
Okay.
in my mind like Eddie Murphy's in there, but I'm trying to think of other people who.
We've never discussed Raw or Delirious.
What?
Me and you?
We haven't.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen it. I like it.
We've never discussed it.
I don't think so.
In almost 20 years of being friends, we've never discussed.
We discussed
Raw.
literally everything else.
We've never discussed Raw or Delirious.
We even were discussing girls. Should we like them? Should we not?
I don't think so. I don't think. Girls?
What we had going was cool. Football, video games, Dr. Pepper, and then girls ruined that.
Girls did ruin
Look
that.
at us now.
Married,
Yeah.
kids,
Responsibilities. Being better.
They want me to do stuff.
Right. But, all right, so Mulaney, Segura.
Mulaney, Segura, Chappelle, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And
I'm glad Murphy made it.
Murphy was always going to make it.
He's not going to make mine, I'm going to tell you that now.
Really?
But he's there. The only way he would make it if you said movies only.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
You never did Bernie Mac, did you?
I never really got into Bernie Mac. I do think he's funny, but there's just stuff by him. I haven't seen a lot of him. I do know he's funny.
We got some work to do.
He is very funny. I just haven't seen a whole lot of him, so
I respect that.
I don't know enough of his material to put it in my top 5.
Right, even though you love black comedians, he's literally
oh yeah, I've seen stuff
outside of your demographic. The stuff, his stand up, even though he did sell out a lot of white venues and stuff like that. I don't expect the white people in Alabama to just know his stand up.
Yeah, it's not readily available. Trust me, I've tried to find it on Netflix, on YouTube,
It's all
and
on
there's
YouTube.
just little clips, and that's not what I want. I want to sit there. I want the whole thing.
I got you. Kings of Comedy, he has sets from an hour to some of them 30 minutes.
And I'm gonna say Richard Pryor is one of my top
Really?
5. Yeah.
That was not a surprise. I know you like Pryor. And,
Bill Cosby's good too, but he also rapes women.
And we don't like that.
We don't like that.
We don't approve of raping women.
Nope. If you rape women, that's bad. Stop doing it.
But I like your list. That's some heavyweights. You got Eddie, you got Segura, you got Mulaney, you got Murphy, and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
That is a heck of a team. Okay, I'm gonna go a little. You've known this. I know he annoys some people. You've known this since the day you met me. Chris Rock is in my top 5.
I was just about to say, Chris Rock might be. I might bump Chris Rock.
He is one of the funniest freaking people.
Chris Rock is hilarious. I might bump Pryor out and put Rock in my top 5.
Bro, Chris Rock changed HBO for me.
Bro, what?
Bro, his specials.
Never scared.
Oh my God.
The bit that he did about the Columbine kids, very, very controversial, but all the best comedy is
Controversial.
Yeah.
And it causes, sometimes it's shock value, but his wasn't necessarily that. I love his stuff on Bill Clinton, bro. I love his stuff on the Columbine stuff, but I also love little things when he's talking about spinners, like the rims.
I can't.
Just little stuff like that. You can't do the job.
There's so many bits by Chris Rock I can't do, and it's.
Bro, when he says "want a cookie," it just takes me. It's just Chris. It's an act. It's a thing.
His delivery
It's undeniable.
No.
Like, it's hard to top that level of delivery.
What is?
Jeez, he's good, man.
The Office.
I watched that literally yesterday.
When Michael tries to do.
My mom came up to Huntsville, and I said, "Have you ever heard of Diversity Day?" Because she said she didn't watch The Office. I said, "Well, you need to see this." Guy introduces himself. He's like, "Hey, I'm Mr. Brown." He's like, "I see what you did there." He's like, "No, that's really my name." Man, but
Chris Rock
for sure.
Definitely top 5.
Since I was a kid, he was literally my favorite, instantly. I'm gonna go with Chappelle. Chris Rock and Chappelle could be my whole top 5 in my opinion, but I gotta go Bernie Mac. So Bernie Mac, Chris Rock, Chappelle. Man, it's a lot. Who was it? Ron Smith?
Ron Smith.
Ron Hall? Who was the guy? He always had a cigar.
Ron White.
Ron White. It's weird, but for some reason, that dry delivery, for some reason, I don't want to put him in my top 5, but that guy's hilarious to me.
Honestly, I did not expect to hear anybody from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour may even be mentioned by you.
Right.
But I do appreciate Ron White. His stand-up is good.
It's solid. Mm-hmm. He stands there. Doesn't have to move around. He doesn't have to act out, which I just told you I love Chris Rock, but I love how smooth Ron White's delivery is. He's just good, but he's not in my top 5. So I'll go ahead and throw D.L. Hughley in there. You don't know who that is.
I might know of him. I just haven't seen his stand-up.
Again, good delivery. Clearly, when it comes to Chappelle, Bernie Mac, Chris Rock, D.L. Hughley, I'm a delivery guy.
Mike Epps is good too.
Oh my God. I've seen him twice live.
Really?
He is one of my favorite because he's consistent. Mm-hmm. I've never seen him do a bad set. But he's an actor. That 5th spot though. That 5th spot. I might go Mulaney, bro.
Mulaney over Segura?
I might because delivery.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. They're both great.
Mulaney's so good.
Mulaney is good.
He can say anything, but the way he says it, you have to laugh. And it's common sense. Like,
his voice also it makes it funnier. I don't know why.
That's what I'm
his
saying.
Voice makes me laugh. But his voice is so proper. But to hear him say the shit that he says makes it funnier.
That's my point. Now, Segura, Murphy, Ron White, a couple other guys that I haven't mentioned, they're my top 10. Mm-hmm. But Segura I don't watch as much as I do Mulaney. That's why I said that.
I gotcha.
And Mulaney, he's just this skinny white dude who just holds his weight. He uses his side. He talks about his marriage. He's got so much.
One of his bits he did on one of his stand-up specials. He did a black accent.
I haven't seen that. Bro, see, he's one of my top 5. I haven't even seen.
I gotta show you. He pretends he's a Def Jam comic. I gotta show you. That shit's so damn funny.
I low-key want to pause the episode just to watch, but we'll get back to it. Wow, man, I gotta check that out for sure. But that was a pretty good top 5, man. All right, top 5 basketball players of all time for you.
For me, top 5.
Or I can go first, since you went first on the
Are my top 5 favorite or the top 5 best all around? Favorite. Steve Nash, 1.
Of course.
Solid 1. Mm-hmm. Rock solid. Top of the mountain.
Tippy top.
Steve Nash. It's like Steve Nash and everybody else.
Right.
But Steve Nash is here. Luka Doncic is next.
Mm-hmm. Y'all getting this? White. I'm joking.
White, but
you should be proud.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, man.
I agree. Yeah.
Steve Nash, Luka. The way they play the game, they play the game the way I like it to be played.
In my opinion, Steve Nash did it better, but
Yeah.
right.
That's why he's won.
Right, but Luka's got a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Because Steve Nash really didn't come into his own until he got back to Phoenix. I mean, he did make the All-Star game when he was with the Mavericks in, I think, 04,
But just
04.
the way he plays basketball, I've never seen anybody else do it that way.
But just by players I enjoy watching, it would be Steve, Luka.
Tony Parker?
No, as an ex-Suns fan, I have to hate the Spurs.
Okay.
I appreciate the way they play basketball.
That makes sense. Lakers hate them too.
Yeah, I appreciate the way they play basketball. The Spurs, they've got compilations on YouTube. It's just like Spurs ball movement, and it's just great. It's fantastic.
I didn't know that.
Manu was fun to watch play. I'm not sure if Manu would make my top 5 though.
He was fun though.
He was fun, and he was also a lefty. So shout out Manu.
Had the Euro step on.
Bro, the Euro step.
Dude was nice, bro.
But KD would be my top 5 to watch
I knew you'd say
play.
KD for sure.
KD's fun to watch play. Who else do I like to watch? Because I don't watch a lot of NBA anymore.
I mean, you used to love Amari.
Yeah,
Sean
but
Amari.
Amari's not. Steve Nash made Amari fun to watch.
I agree. He did do some good in New York, but he went through some stuff with his brother and
Yeah.
kind of fell off.
Nash, Doncic, KD.
For sure. You don't like watching Bron? Not this Bron, Cleveland Bron.
Cleveland Brown, I did like watching.
Right. This Bron's, I love LeBron, but I don't care about the Lakers enough to watch.
Yeah. I like to watch Bron back when he was Cleveland Bron. Prime D Wade.
I was gonna say, you don't say D Wade, bro.
Prime D-Wade,
We
bro.
grew up on D Wade.
Prime D Wade is top 5.
Okay. So I'm gonna start strong, as I always do. Shaquille O'Neal. My favorite.
Wait, I'm tripping. Kobe is also top 5.
Oh my God.
I hated Kobe when he was playing.
So take Bron out.
Bron's out.
Bron's out.
Bron's out.
Because you seem reluctant.
Bron's out. Kobe's in. Because
Kobe,
as I was watching basketball, I hated Kobe because I was a Suns fan.
But afterwards, just like,
After I took out my fanhood and I just watched it for what it was, Kobe.
I don't think there's been too many players that you can mention in the name of Kobe Bryant. Not because he's passing and it's emotional, but literally, go watch his tape. Not everybody can do that.
No.
Kobe played the game in a surgical way, bro. Just a different plane of basketball. So I like your top 5. We got Steve Nash, Luka Doncic, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and he just said it. D Wade. Prime D Wade was crazy. So I'm gonna definitely take a couple of yours. I'm gonna go Shaquille O'Neal for sure, my favorite of all time. Let's go Kobe. I'm gonna go D Wade, and then I'm gonna switch it up after that. I'm gonna go Jason Tatum, even though it's only been 5 years, but a very good 5 years. Jason Tatum is definitely one of my favorite to watch, and now as of late, not even as of late, the last 3 years, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been one of my favorite players to watch, and he has gotten better.
Okay, that's fine.
He has gotten better.
If he wasn't 7 foot tall, he would be no good.
Even honestly, the way he plays, if he was 6'9", he'd still be really, really good.
It's your top 5, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, I mean Steve Nash used to be one of my favorite players to watch for sure. But D Wade, literally my dad had him on his wall in his pool room. And Kobe, you gotta go with Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal is my favorite. I had this jersey when I was like 8 years old. Shaquille was my favorite, man. I had some Shaqs as well. Out of Payless. I don't know if there's a Payless everywhere in the world, but I had the dunks.
I know they got them mugs here.
Yeah, and they got on me at school. I got flamed for that.
Hey, Shaq's your guy, bro. You gonna ride with him?
I'm gonna ride with him. I'll get some Shaqs today. I promise you.
Bro,
just in case.
My mom thought she was doing me a solid one day. I got home from school and there was a shoebox on my bed.
I knew you was gonna tell this story.
Bro, my mom got me some Starberries. Them mugs never left the box.
They were the blue and orange and black, right?
Nah, I don't remember what color they were because I looked at them that briefly. I looked from the box, like, oh, these are Starberries. I shut them.
Bro, you was gonna get it.
Bro,
You was gonna
I was
get
lucky to tell you about it.
Bro, I got on you for a little bit. And you didn't even wear them. Bro.
They were in my house for a minute.
Wherever y'all at, if you went to school in the South, and by South I mean Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, those states, maybe South Carolina, bro, oh my gosh. If y'all didn't roast, man, or get roast, you ain't live life. But Pleasant Grove High School was the worst place. Middle school, high school. Oh, and I was one of the worst people to roast. I gave it to somebody every day. It was bad. And I'm glad I'm a changed man.
It'll make a man out of you going.
Facts.
Especially going to a majority black school, because when I did transfer, nobody, there was a majority white school, nobody could like really roast.
Mm-hmm. It was like 71% white when you moved in.
Nobody really
it wasn't there. It was just straight up bullying.
It was just straight up bullying.
Yeah, the old fashioned, just physical.
Just beat the shit out of somebody, give them a swirl. It wasn't good spirited, just like, ha ha, I make fun of you.
It was copy and paste.
I make fun of you, you make fun of me, ha ha, we're having a good time.
Boy Meets World, Saved by the Bell, copy and paste. Just
yeah, man.
Physical bullying.
I miss roasting, man.
It's a good time.
It worked. We still do it.
It's a creative form.
We are keeping it alive at work.
That's good.
We're keeping it alive. We're grown men, and
getting on
half the time we're not doing anything, and we're bored. Like,
you finna get it just because I feel like it, but okay, so those are some pretty good top fives. I'll get into some other stuff later on another episode, but I kind of wanted to pick your brain on those because we never really get into that on the sports side between each other. We just know what we like. You know what I mean? But lastly, I want to end it with a quick question. So,
hell.
Yeah.
These questions where it always goes off the rails.
Actually, it's based on one of my favorite Adam Sandler's movies called Click. But
I've never seen that because I heard it was sad.
It is.
Bro, if a movie is sad, I do not need it. I don't need it.
Says the guy that's seen every Pixar movie.
Bro, I'll see them once. And if you make me sad, you never get seen again. My son, I'm showing him Toy Story. And to him, he's only seen Toy Story 1 and 2.
That's a solid way to stop.
Yeah.
2 gets emotional with Jessie.
Oh yeah,
It gets to. It's
but
like,
she's a girl though, so I can distance myself from that.
And I have daughters.
I do not.
So it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I feel that side of it, but
yeah, he thinks 1 to 2. That's it, and then he's gonna find out one day. Oh, 3, Toy Story 3, Dad. I'm like, oh no, miss me with that, bro.
Right. Bugs Life is safe.
Bugs Life.
There's nothing emotional about that movie.
I just haven't seen that one a lot.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I remember liking it, but
it's funny. You should check it out.
Bro, Avengers Endgame, whenever Luke gets to...
Why would you bring that up,
bro? When he gets to the superhero phase, because we watched Thor the other day, and he liked it. I'm like, oh, he's about to like superhero movies, and he's going to want to watch Endgame.
To this day. I watched Endgame a couple of weeks ago. I didn't even bother texting you, because...
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
I knew you'd be mad. And it was a self-sabotage day. I didn't eat ice cream, but it was just one of those days where I needed to feel something. And Jesus Christ.
I'll never need to feel that.
It is rough.
Bro.
Tear ducts. Working overtime.
Bro.
Yo. So, based off the movie Click, one of my favorite Adam Sandler's movies, you should watch it. I know it's emotional, it's against your code, but it is, it's a great question. It's called, would you rather have a pause button in your life or a rewind button?
Pause or rewind?
Now, when I first saw this question years ago, I only had one kid who did not sleep. And I thought a pause button would be awesome so I can just take a freaking nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pause button to pause traffic. And you just go around with everyone in the world.
That'd be lovely.
For an act, right? Like you're thinking now. Pause button for the bank. And you can just waltz right. I'm joking.
Bro, when people bring up the superpower question, well, superpower you have. Teleportation is always it.
You win.
Because you just teleport anywhere you want to go. You can teleport inside the bank vault and empty that mug out, and you're gone.
They'd have you on camera. Unless you wore like a mask and all that.
What are you going to do? Put me in prison? I'm out of there. Like, good luck.
Oh, you hear the clink?
Oh no, I've been had.
The shackles drop.
But yeah, bro, finish your question.
Yeah, so would you rather have a pause or rewind button in your life? And with the pause button, there's a lot of like good things about it, but your life would low key take a lot longer because I would abuse it. Like,
oh, bro, what?
I would abuse it, like to play video games or whatever I want to do, bro.
I pause time when I wake up, and it's just a Monday morning, hit pause for like a week, and I'm just playing video games.
See?
It just fucking.
Your life would last like 10 more years because of how much you would
Bro,
pause. I know me. And Q, like for example, you hate this, but I love going to the gym, bro. This is part of who I am. Q hates when I go because I'm there for an hour. I come home, I shower, I eat, and by the time she has access to me, it's been pretty much 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that we got kids, and so I stopped going as much, and I work out majority at home, but I miss the freaking gym.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could just pause life, go lift weights. Mm-hmm. Nobody misses anything, and I get to do what I wanted.
Yeah.
So that would be dope. Let's see.
But you said years ago you would do pause. Would you still do pause, or would you do rewind?
Right, and I'm thinking of rewind right now. So rewind would be great if you were like to get in a wreck. Because let's say that you got the remote with you, like on quick, and you're driving in the car. You're not going to think to grab that remote right before somebody hits you, or if you run over a nail or something like that, you get a flat tire. You can't, with a pause button, you can't undo that. Mm-hmm. So there's some power to undoing. It's just like how far you want to go. Like if you're burning pizza or something like that, you can rewind that. That's cool and great. But to me, it's like you would only need rewind if you made a bunch of mistakes. Because I promise you, I'm not going back to like 22 years old or anything. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm 29. I'm good with where I'm at. I don't want to do 7 years over again. Like,
bro, yeah, that would be ass. But you can only hit rewind. You can't fast forward once you hit rewind.
No. And yeah, that's the thing.
That's
like,
dead. That's dead. That's
it's
dead.
like people are like, oh, I go back and I invest in Google and I'd be rich. Okay, but bro, you gotta live like Google. They started booming in the early 2000s. You gotta go back 20 years, bro.
I ain't doing that again.
That's what I'm saying,
bro,
man.
I'm 28. It's been a long 28 years.
I ain't going back to midfield for that. I ain't doing that. And then to go back to Pleasant Grove at that age and see Alex spike hair. I can't do that again. I'm joking. Love you, Alex. But nah, man. On the rewind side is like, how far do you want to take it?
Yeah.
Because I have to be patient enough to relive whatever.
That'll kill it for me because I'm not patient.
I can't think of anything significant enough to rewind for.
No, not me.
Yeah.
I like where I'm at. Because I mean, going to school, if I could do it over again and go to school, I still wouldn't go to school, bro.
No.
Because I know several people that went to school and now they have student loans and they have nothing to show for it.
Can y'all help me out? What is up with those people that want to go back to college or back to high school? You know those people that, I miss those days. I'm like, bro, I don't. Like, Alex used to get on to me. I guess we're bringing him up this episode. One of my other great friends, Alex, it was before the class reunion that ended up getting canceled because nobody wanted to go, including me. But Alex was like, you don't want to be around, you don't miss those times? I was like, no. He's like, bro, those are solid memories. I was like, and that's all there ever be. Because I promise you I'm not better than anybody. I just, for some reason, I don't care. Like, we did what we did. Mm-hmm. I got out of there in college. College was fun. It was great. I would not go back to Alabama State. As much as, I mean, I have my friends that I have now. They're great. They're still around. They're my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Made a lot of good relationships, but I would not do that over again. Because then that would mean I'd have to go back to, anyway, I'm not going to go back into all that.
If you could fast forward, that'd be fine because
you could just change a singular event.
Yeah, but yeah, going back to high school and doing high school over again, I wouldn't do it. High school was, it was fun, but it was also pointless.
Only thing I changed in high school was being groped by this young lady who was a grade younger than us. Yeah.
All right.
We were literally, I was standing by Mr. Brown's class, by the lockers, and this girl that liked me just walked up and just, no warning.
Just grabbed it.
No eye contact, straight up, not a grab, a cup. Like
okay.
She got all of it. Like she came down low. I wore sweatpants a lot, and I'm a basketball player. I wore sweatpants a lot in high school and just came up underneath the package and elevated everything. And bro, it was, and didn't say anything. Like after she was done with it,
She just walked off?
it was a look, but
Oh.
it was just like me being terrified. Because I was maybe 14 at the time, 15.
Oh.
And
You gotta tell me who this is after.
after.
Off air.
You probably won't remember.
I probably won't. I don't remember hardly anybody from school.
Right, but bro, talk about uncomfortable. Like anybody that's like, oh, you grab me, okay, masculine guy. When you're unaware, it affects you.
That's wild.
I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't talk to
I'm a
people.
married man. My wife has full access to it. If she just walked up and just grabbed it,
You feel violated.
I'd feel like, hey,
Ask for that.
yeah, I'm more than willing.
I mean, you don't know where I'm at. I could be hot. I could be cold. Where are we at? You know, he's getting a look from her right now. She's mentally groping him. Ladies, stop doing what you're doing to men.
Stop mentally growing. I'm not a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So
There we go.
all right.
From the mouth of babes.
I'm about to be done with that. But anyway, I very much wanted to end the episode talking about being groped, and appreciate you talking with me today. Love your crib, man. Glad y'all got settled in, and let's eat some pizza.
Shout out to you for helping us move in, bro.
Yeah. On a rainy day.
On a rainy day, a rainy ass day.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, man, let's get some pizza and
Yeah.
call it a night.
Call it a night.